Hey, good morning. This is the first of a series of conversations I'm going to be having called Breakfast Chats. They are just morning thoughts as I'm sipping my coffee and having my breakfast, which this morning includes a whole bunch of these semi sweet chocolate things that I think we use for baking. I don't know. I like chocolate in the morning. Listen, I'm a big fan of transparency and consistency. I think it's one of the most important features of government. So I tend to be both. For full transparency, I haven't yet brushed my teeth. Obviously, I haven't brushed my hair. This is a typical morning for me. The shirt I'm wearing, in terms of consistency, tends to be whatever shirt was lying around my bedroom. I may have worn it yesterday or the day before in the morning as well. Sorry. I want to talk about SCOTUS and transparency and consistency. We're seeing an increasing number of decisions made under the so-called shadow docket. This is meant to be used for emergency actions of the Supreme Court, but it's growing at an alarming rate. In the first Trump administration, he filed for 41 shadow docket decisions. That contrasts to 8 in total under 16 years of Bush and Obama. And in 2025 alone, there have been 113 shadow docket decisions. The difference between those and merit cases is that there is no full explanation of the decision. There is no full briefing. There's no full oral arguments. There's no input from interested third parties. There are no amicus briefs. Merit cases are usually published with written decisions, explaining all the reasoning. You know how every justice voted. None of that applies when you use the shadow docket. This is something Congress can control. I would push for it right away. Our Supreme Court is running rogue. It's been politicized. It just constantly backs every Trump administration whim and bends itself into a legal pretzel to come up with a constitutional justification, and then it doesn't really explain it because most of these are done in the shadow docket, away from the public, non-transparent, perhaps inconsistent. We don't know. There are many things Congress can do under Article 3, Section 2, Clause 2, the so-called exceptions clause, which grants the Supreme Court appeals, quote, with such exceptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. We have the ability to stop this. Something I would do, I would look into as soon as I got into office. We would limit federal judge shopping, right? Maybe do it by a random lottery, the way other court districts work. We could codify the grounds for emergency relief so that not everything is subject to a shadow docket decision. We could beef up the criteria for appeals. Congress can decide what cases are worth the Supreme Court even looking at. These are real things we can be doing and we must do to restore faith in our judicial system, which is currently keeping the balance of power completely out of whack between the executive branch, judicial branch, and the emasculated legislative branch. It's been Breakfast Chat number 1. Peter Chatsky, running for Congress, District 17.